Hello everyone! How is everyone doing this lovely 4th of July weekend? Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend this weekend. Let me go ahead and turn off the background music before we get started. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend with family and fireworks. I don't know about y'all, but my particular neighborhood went crazy with fireworks this year, which was super fun to watch and be a part of. So hopefully y'all were able to also enjoy the festivities this weekend. So we're gonna go ahead and get into our usual stream, our singing stream for this week, with a couple of requests from last week that we are going to tackle first. So this week, what we are going to be doing is we're going to be jumping right into some of our classics, our jazz classics that we've been trying to conquer over the past couple of weeks. So we're going to jump right into those first. Hi guys, nice to see you. Oh my gosh, John, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate it. Thank you. Nice to see y'all. Yes, I hope you guys had a wonderful 4th of July weekend yourselves, a bunch of fireworks and barbecues and all that jazz. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So, first song on our list is going to be From the Start by Leve, a good warm-up song to get us started. And then we're going to jump into some of our other jazz requests from this past week that we will tackle tonight. Okay, so From the Start is more of a bossa nova song, but hi guys, nice to see y'all, is usually a song that we like to start with first because it's a little bit more upbeat and it is a bossa nova, so those are always a treat to sing, especially on stream. So let's go ahead and get started with that one. So here is From the Start by Leve. Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one else around? Me and you in awkward silence. Don't you dare look at me that way. I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. Oh, the burning pain, listening to you harp on about some new soulmate. She's so perfect, blah, blah, blah. Oh, how I wish you'll wake up one day. Run to me, confess your love, at least just let me say that when I talk to you, oh, Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start? I really do like doing bossa novas to start us off. It definitely feels like it ups the energy for the rest of stream too, which is always good. But yeah, in this section I really love too of her bossa nova that I have to practice. I really want to learn this section. It's really cute, but it's kind of like ad-libbing, which is something I have to get better at. Okay. What's a girl to do lying on my bed staring into the blue? Unrequited, terrifying love is driving me a bit insane. Have to get this off my chest, I'm telling you today that when I talk to you, oh, Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start? Confess I loved you, just thinking of you. I know I loved you from the start. Okay, there we go. That was From the Start to start us off this wonderful weekend. I'm glad we do that one first as our warm-up because I feel like I said earlier, bossa novas are a great way to start stream. It kind of sets the mood for us. Okay, so next on our list, I do want to do some more of our upbeat ones first. So let me go ahead and pull those from our stream from last time that we had some requests on, and we'll tackle those first. Yes, we are going to do some more jazz posts today. That is what we're going to be doing because that is something that we're trying to tackle and do a little bit more of those classic jazz pieces that we were doing the last 2 weeks. So we're trying to find some new ones. We are looking out for a couple more. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to look for more of our upbeat ones. Okay, I guess, no, Rises the Moon isn't really upbeat. Let me see. Because I feel like it would be good for us to start with some more upbeat stuff. Ooh, there's actually another one by Leve we could start with. We can do Falling Behind by Leve. That is a good one. Hi guys, nice to see y'all. Nice to see y'all today. Okay, yes, we'll do Falling Behind next because I know that was one from last week too that we were gonna do. So we will do that one next. Okay, here we go. But yeah, this is a really fun one. Like I said, I like doing bossa novas first. They're always fun to do. Okay, here we go. Here is Falling Behind by Leve. I don't know what year she put out this song. Maybe, I kind of want to say 2023, but I could be wrong about that. I can't remember what album this one is from. Maybe is it the Goddess album? Is that what it's called? Maybe, I could be wrong about that. But I think it was around that era that this song came out. So that's the one we're gonna tackle next. Okay, here we go. Here is Falling Behind by Leve. I love a good bossa nova. Okay. Moved out to a new city. June is dawning down on me, and all that I can find, a sickly romance in the air. Lovers stroll without a care inside. Ooh, this can't be right, 'cause the sun's engaged to the sky, and my best friend's found a new guy, and I'm only getting older. I've never had a shoulder to cry on, someone to call mine. Everybody's falling in love, and I'm falling behind. Touched the ocean, fell right in, stepped outside and burned my skin. My life won't go my way. A bossa nova in my room, hope that I find someone soon to love, because the sun's engaged to the sky, and my best friend's found a new guy, and I'm only getting older. I've never had a shoulder to cry on, someone to call mine. Everybody's falling in love, and I'm falling behind. Everybody's falling in love. Everybody's falling in love. Everybody's falling in love but me. There we go. That was Falling Behind by Leve. Hi guys, nice to see you. Oh my gosh, thank you for the heart. So sweet. I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. But yeah, that was a bossa nova. That is correct. I saw somebody ask in the comments. Yes, I think that does categorize as a bossa nova. I'm pretty sure she also wrote that under her description for this song in particular too. What makes a bossa nova? What makes it? I don't know. Hold on. Let me ask Google. What makes a bossa nova? What makes A bossa nova. I feel like it's the way the drums are played, but I could be wrong about that. Bossa nova. If I could spell. Okay, here we go. What makes a bossa nova? It's a Brazilian samba and American jazz that emerged in the 1950s. Okay, in Brazil. That's cool. I feel like the music though kind of like makes sense. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that lines up. I don't know. It's actually not saying really specifically. Just the bossa nova groove. Okay, that doesn't help. The rhythm. Okay. So Google says it's the rhythm. The rhythm is what makes a bossa nova a bossa nova. Good to know, good to know. Hope that answers your question. But yeah, no, I really do love bossa novas. Anytime I get recommended a bossa nova, 9 times out of 10, I don't know why. I feel like this genre is just, it's really hard to make a bad bossa nova, if that makes sense. They're probably out there, but I've not heard any. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Nice to see you guys. Hi. Oh, very sweet. I appreciate it. Okay, let us continue with what we have going on. Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I can't do Somewhere Over the Rainbow. We want to do a couple more upbeat songs, but yes, we will absolutely get to Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That is a great question and a great song. Honestly, wait, hold on. I'm going to actually change. Wow, okay, that's bright. Let me change into this one so that way we don't have such a bright background. I think would be better. Let me see. There we go. Okay. So next one on our list. Let's go ahead and take a look at, there we go. That's a little bit better. Never mind. Blinding bright. Let's not do that. Let's take a look at our next one on the list. So I don't know if I have any more upbeat ones from last week we could take a look at. Let me go back, because I know that there were a couple that were requests in here that we didn't get to. And I have them on my list right here. Let's take a look. We could do Rises the Moon, I guess. Kind of transition a little bit into our jazz pieces. I was going to do a couple more guitar songs today as well, but I didn't find too many for today. So there'll be a couple that we sprinkle in there, like this one. We'll do Rises the Moon next. This one is by Liana Flores. And I think this song originally kind of took off on TikTok, I believe. I remember back in like 2019, I heard a lot of just like edits and posts with this song. So that's my guess, is that this song kind of popped off during that time. It's still awesome now to listen to, though. Hasn't lost its charm. Good song, good song. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and do Rises the Moon. Okay, there we go. I thought it was unmuted. Days seem sometimes as if they'll never end. Sun digs its heels to talk to you, but after sunlit days, when things stays the same, rises the moon. Days fade into a watercolor blur. Memories swim and haunt you, but look into the lake, shimmering like smoke, rises the moon. Oh, close your weary eyes. I promise you that soon the autumn comes to darken fading summer skies. Breathe, breathe, breathe. It is a really pretty song, yeah. Days pull you down just like a sinking ship. Floating is getting harder, but tread the water, child, and know that meanwhile rises the moon. Days pull you up just like a daffodil, uprooted from its garden. They'll tell you what you owe, but no, even so, rises the moon. You'll be visited by sleep. I promise you that soon the autumn comes to steal away each dream you keep. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay, there we go. That was Rises the Moon by Leanna Flores. Oh, thank you guys for the hearts. So sweet. I appreciate it. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I know. I fixed the screen last time. It wasn't so like white, so blindingly bright, but this time it is. I don't know. It went back to default for some odd reason, and I have to like fix it again. Fun. But thank you guys. So sweet. Oh my gosh, there's so many of y'all over on Facebook. Hi. Hi. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, thank you for the roses too. Very sweet. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and take a look at our next one. What are we doing next? We are going to be doing jazz. Yes, we are going to be doing jazz. My bad. I was getting distracted. Okay, so jazz. Let's see. What's on our list for today? We have a couple. Yeah, we were going to do some more like 1920s for today. That is for sure. All right. Let's see. Our list here, we have a couple more upbeat ones, and I feel like we should actually do these first. I know we just did kind of like a slow one, but I do want to tackle this one because I know for a fact, like toward the end of stream, my voice will be like kaput. And then, you know, I won't be able to sing. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and do Almost Like Being in Love. And we're going to be doing the version from, originally we're going to be singing in the style of Nat King Cole, but this particular version is written for his daughter, I believe. I think her name is Natalie Cole. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Nat King Cole's daughter is Natalie Cole, and she went through and she did a couple like remixes, but she was the one who arranged it for her key and everything. So that's the version that we're going to be singing with, but I'm going to be doing it in the style of Nat King Cole. Okay, roundabout way of getting to the next song. Let's see. Yeah, this one's really fun. Also, this song in particular, I have a lot of fun reactions with audience members whenever I do this particular song live. A lot of people really love the upbeat version of like Natalie Cole's, and just the way she arranged it, especially for like female vocals, makes it a lot of fun to sing. But yeah. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. Okay. Yes, we will. I do remember I did say we're going to do 1920s. Yes. I promise we shall. Okay. Actually, this one does count as 1920s. It's just not the original arrangement. So, yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and do Almost Like Being in Love. Make sure it's all unmuted. Okay. Here we go. And this one is super loud, so we might want to gauge. Okay. Oh. Hold on. I also need lyrics. Hold on, wait. I always forget for this song that I don't have them on my document. Okay, hold on. Almost like being in love. Natalie Cole. Yes, I have searched this before. Okay, perfect. Great. Right on the screen. Easy for me. Okay, here we go. I love when they arrange the trumpets like that. I forget what that's called musically. What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. There's a smile on my face for the whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. Oh, the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I would swear I was falling. Why, it's almost almost like being in love. Yeah, this one is fun for sure. But yeah. Oh, and the instrumental does something cool here. There's a term for the jazz instruments when they do that, and I was trying to figure it out the other day and I couldn't. But it's cool and I really like it. Okay. Though the music of life seems to be like a bell that is ringing for me, and from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I would swear I was falling, swear I was falling. Why, it's almost like being in love. Okay, there we go. Was it peaking? No. Okay. I was literally trying to turn my face so it wouldn't. No, okay, that is one thing I have to get for this microphone, but it's in a weird kind of layout. There's supposed to be like a filter. I think that's what it's called, just a filter that goes on top of your microphone, so that way whenever you're so close to it, it doesn't like catch all like your, I don't know, enunciation or your breath sometimes. It'll go in and like make this like peak sound. Especially when I'm recording, it's the most annoying thing. But I don't know, I can't find one that works well with like the extender like desk arm that I have. So I don't know, that's something that I have to figure out, especially for stream, because I can't gauge it when I'm on stream because I can't hear it. But yeah, darn, okay, I was trying to look away too because I know that there's some sections where it will absolutely catch that for sure. Hold on, somebody answered my question from earlier. What is it called? That one section, it's called scatting? I don't know if I believe you. Hold on. Because that could be something else. Let me see. What is that called in the jazz? I'll believe you if I look it up and it says it. Hold on. What's it called in the instruments? I don't even know how to look that up. How would I look that up? Hold on. Instrumental section. Oh, actually, I think it actually says it on the official lyrics. Hold on. Oh my gosh, that is what it's called. Unless, no. This is on Genius. It literally says it on Genius with her lyrics. Really? Okay. I didn't know that was called. There's like this one song I've been thinking about writing that kind of has that similar vibe to it, and there's a lot of like language that I'm trying to learn to really make it work, you know what I mean, because I want it to actually sound like an older kind of 1920s jazz standard, I guess is where you would categorize that, but there's different like types, you know what I mean, so that's the one thing I'm trying to like learn and figure out so I can do it accurately. Because, you know, it'll sound off if you don't, so it's a lot easier whenever you can, like, research how to do certain things if you know, like, the original terminology, you know? Okay, so, a pop filter, yeah, is that what it's called? Okay, that's one thing I want to get for this, because I have one for my studio setup, but I don't have one for my streaming setup, and that's something I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, a long time ago, I used to call it a pop filter. I forget where I was. I was probably in class, and somebody said, like, oh, no, it's called whatever, and then I got confused. But it is called a pop filter. Okay, cool, good to know. I want to find one for this, like, you see how it's kind of like a desk stand? I want to find one for that. That would be great. Anyway, back to what we were doing. So next one on our list, let's see. I kind of want to go into some of our more dramatic jazz pieces next. Hold on, I think somebody actually asked. Oh, Summer Over the Rainbow. Okay, I promise we'll get to Summer Over the Rainbow, I swear. Maybe a little bit more toward the end of stream, but let's do a couple of these other pieces first, just because I saw a couple other ones that I really want to tackle, and they are challenging songs for sure. Hold on. Okay. Ooh. Should we do At Last? That's a really complicated one. Do I have the vocal power for that right now? Let me see. Let's try it. We can do it. Okay. It's still early enough in stream. That's probably going to be fine. I did see At Last, so we'll do that. Okay. Yeah. At Last is a gorgeous song. If you guys don't know, okay, I used to always say that this song was by Ella Fitzgerald, and I believe she did do a version, but I was mistaken, and I was recently corrected because I got them confused. It's Etta James. Etta James does At Last, and this is a jazz standard, and I should have known better, my bad. But we've corrected it. Okay, so it's Etta James. We're going to be doing Etta James' version. Make sure it's all unmuted. And let's see if this is the right version too, because there's one in a particular key I really like, and I think I prefer piano, but let's just take a listen. Not that one. Hold on, let's do the piano one. It'll be better for sure. Yeah, because there's a couple ones I've heard before, but you know, iffy. Okay. Yeah, the piano one on this one is good. Let's see if it's in my key, though, I like to do. Because I also do this one for performances as well, live. So, you know, when you sing it in like a certain key, you kind of get used to it in a certain way. So let's see. Let's see if I know it in this key. I can't remember if I do this one or the higher one. Let me listen. Hold on, let me listen to the other version because I think I do it in this one. I'm almost 100% sure this is the one I do it in. No, that's lower. No. It has to be the higher one. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go, let's go back to the higher one. At last. Let's see. Oops, forgot to unmute. Okay. Let's see, I'm pretty sure... Ooh, this one's probably definitely gonna peak. I might back this one up just a little bit. Okay, here we go. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Ooh, yeah, at last, the skies above are blue. Wrapped up in clover, the night I looked at you, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I've never known. Yeah, you smile, ooh, like a spell was cast, and here we are in heaven, for you are mine at There we go. That was At Last. I feel like the piano was just a little tiny bit loud, wasn't it? That's okay. Oh well. But yeah, that was At Last. And isn't that piano so pretty? Oh my gosh. There's like a couple jazz pieces. Honestly, I feel like they just sound amazing with just like vocals and like one other instrument. And I feel like At Last by Etta James is definitely one of those songs. Also Misty, which we can do next, because that actually might be a good one to do to give my voice a break. But yeah, Misty is a really good one too, that honestly works with just like one or two instruments. I feel like with Misty, I feel like there's a couple sections that really, really do well with like piano, like a little bit of drums, and like cello, but like a bass cello. Do you know what I mean? Like just like the bass line. Not too much going on there. But yeah, that was a really pretty one. Yeah, for sure. I'm glad we did that one for today. Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm glad you guys liked it. Yay. Wow, there is, oh my gosh, there's a lot of you on Facebook. Hi, guys. Nice to see y'all. Y'all are so sweet. Oh, thank you. Oh, you guys are awesome. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look-see at our next one that we are doing. Okay, so next on our list, I said we were going to do Misty. Yes. Okay. Yeah, Misty's a really, really pretty song. And I honestly think, like I said, it works with just like a few instruments. Not too much needed to happen in the background for this song, for sure. A jazz? Yes, this one is definitely a jazz standard. I think so. I think it's a jazz standard. We can actually look that up. Hold on. I've been looking up a lot of stuff today. Okay. Is Misty a jazz standard? I don't know. What makes a jazz standard? Is it like if it's like in the like 1920s? I wonder what makes it like, you know, what checks like the, yes, we include this as a standard. It's probably like a year, like a time frame, you know? A jazz standard. Okay. Yes, Misty is one of the most famous jazz standards in history. Well, there you go. Written in 1954 by pianist Errol Gardner. Gardner, I feel like we've sung a couple songs with him before. I'm pretty sure, not with him. Just his music. We sung a couple of his songs before. Made popular, lyrics were added later by Johnny Burke. Cool. Okay, yeah, made popularized vocalist is, what is this? Johnny Matthias, and Ella Fitzgerald. Okay, so I was right, yeah. I wonder why then a lot of times when I see like covers of this song, they always list Etta James. I wonder. Curious. Okay, very cool. So yes, Misty is a jazz standard and actually one of the most famous jazz standards. So there you go. Hopefully that answers your question. I mean, it should, but okay. Let's take a look at our next one. So we're doing Misty. Misty next. Okay. And honestly, this is good because I feel like my vocals needed a little bit of a break. Okay, here we go. Here is Misty by Etta James. And I might have to turn that down just a little bit. Okay. Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree, and I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand. I get misty just holding your the sound of your hello, that music I hear, I get misty the moment you're near. Can't you see that you're leading me on, and it's just my left, my hand from my glove. I'm too misty and too much in love, too misty and too much in love. Not gonna lie, that is one of my favorite songs to sing, mostly because, first off, it has a gorgeous background. Love to use that word. And second off, I've sung this one so many times that, especially, like, I feel like any musician can relate to what I'm about to say. If you sing something or play something so many times, you get used to how the melody is, and you can kind of like improvise in a couple sections, if that makes sense. You can almost, not entirely, but you can almost turn off your brain and really focus on the emotional aspect of what you're playing rather than like, oh my gosh, wait, what's the next note that comes after this? Or what's the next word? That kind of thing. So that is probably my favorite part of like whenever you like sing something enough times is like you get to that point. That's probably my favorite thing. But yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I know. I really do like that song. And I'm glad that we were able to do that one for tonight, especially since we're trying to do jazz standards and that sort of thing. So obviously we had to include that. Okay, next on our list, let's take a look-see. Oh my gosh, Rachel, thank you so much for the 5. I did not see that earlier. Sorry. Thank you so much for the 5. Very sweet. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Very, very sweet. All right, let's take a look at our next song that we have on our list. Okay, this one's gorgeous. And you know what? There was a season whenever I was streaming, and I thought that I would sing this song only during like certain seasons because of the name of the song. But as we've progressed, I enjoy this one too much, and I do it pretty much every other stream. So let's go ahead and do our next gorgeous, beautiful song, Autumn Leaves by Nat King Cole. And I actually have a question for myself this time. Is this actually a jazz standard? Because like, okay, I've talked about this before. If you guys have never, okay, everyone here has heard Nat King Cole. I'm gonna assume that. And the reason I say that is because if you listen to kind of any Christmas radio station, you've heard his song before, like, or one of them. Like the first one that comes off the top of my head is Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. There's even like a meme about that comes around every year, which is the funniest thing. Anywho, but he sang that, and he sang a million more songs, but he is definitely a jazz artist. And I'm curious if this song is a jazz standard, because this song, to me, is one of like his prettier pieces. All of them are awesome, but I really, really love this one. It's gorgeous. But I don't know. In my classes and stuff, people are like, "Oh yeah, it's nice," but they don't, I don't know. It doesn't have enough respect, in my opinion. So I'm curious if this is actually a jazz standard. Is this song a jazz standard? Oh, that's interesting. Yes, it is. Yeah, obviously, yes. Okay, good. Because I was talking with somebody the other day, and they were telling me it was not. And I was like, that is crazy. This is a gorgeous song. There's no way it's not. But again, what qualifies it to be a standard? I don't know. Maybe if enough people know it? I don't know. Anyway, that's cool. So yeah, it's actually from a French song, which I'm not going to attempt to pronunciate that or to say that, but that is cool. Okay, enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump into the song. So here is Autumn Leaves by Nat King Cole. We're going to be doing his version. I don't know if any other artists have done this song, but it would not surprise me. It's pretty. And if you have not heard it, I am excited to introduce it to y'all. Okay. Go, hurry. Please. Okay. There we go, finally. All right, let's jump into it. Here we go. Also, this one might be crazy loud. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Good, good. The falling leaves drift by the window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to Okay, there we go. That was Autumn Leaves by Nat King Cole. Oh my gosh, actually, that's crazy. On the actual lyrics, it has the French name of that song I was just talking about, that it was originated from. That's cool. I wonder if like Autumn Leaves is like an English translation or if it was adapted from a French song. I don't know. Cool, good to know. Anyway, so that was Autumn Leaves. If you guys have not heard that song before, I'm glad to have introduced it to y'all. Definitely, I recommend a lot of people, especially if you are into kind of like romanticized songs. That is such a thing right now, especially with like other people my age too. That is, I don't know, it's like a subset genre that a lot of people just like talk about. If you guys are interested in that kind of music, I highly recommend you check out like people like Nat King Cole and like a million other artists I could name. But just because we were singing his song, I totally recommend if you like that, all of his songs sound like that. Gorgeous. Anyway, but okay, let's go ahead and continue with our list here. Let's go ahead and jump into a Frank Sinatra song, shall we? Let's go ahead and do Moonlight in Vermont. This is a beautiful standard, I'm gonna assume. Okay. Hold up. Let me see. This is in the right key? I don't know. There's a couple songs I've been wanting to try different keys on just to see how I fare and some other keys. And this one I feel like I could do a different key on, but I don't know. I've learned it in such a way that I feel like it only really works with this key, which is a bummer. Sometimes like whenever you vocalize and you kind of just like, oh, you find out something that's really cool doesn't translate very well to other keys. So you kind of have to stick with that one in particular, which is normally fine, but sometimes if you're playing with a band, you know, if someone like has a preference to a certain key, it's a little bit harder to kind of like swap mentally your own like melody and that sort of thing. But yeah, dude, I remember we used to do that in choir a bunch. That was one thing that was like, oof. I did not have fun doing that for sure. Just like the random like switch ups on different days, especially when it was like for some big performance, it was like, you know what, we're just gonna try this key. It would drive me crazy. I was like, no, please. Please, I do not want to spend extra time learning a new key, please. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and do Moonlight in Vermont. Make sure we're all unmuted. Okay. Here we go. Woo! Loud. Let me turn that down just a little bit. Okay, pennies in a stream, falling leaves of sycamore, moonlight in Vermont. I see finger waves, ski trails down a mountainside, snowlight in Vermont. Telegraph cables, how they sing down a highway and travel each bend in the road. People who meet in this romantic setting are so hypnotized by the lovely evening summer breeze, warbling of a meadowlark, moonlight in telegraph cables, how they sing down the highway and travel each bend in the road. People who meet in this romantic setting are so hypnotized by the evening summer breeze, warbling of a meadowlark, moonlight in Vermont, snowlight in Vermont, moonlight in Vermont. Okay, there we go. That was Moonlight in Vermont. And that version was by, let me see, Frank Sinatra. That was Frank Sinatra's version. Okay, there we go. Words. But yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and continue. I had a couple more come through. Actually, you know what's funny enough? I originally got introduced to this song in particular, Moonlight in Vermont, from one of the people who recommended I sing this on stream. Let me see, when was that? Probably like a year ago. But yeah, this is a gorgeous song. And I really love whenever I like discover new artists or songs on stream. It's always so much fun. It's fun to kind of like have a community of artists going kind of like back and forth like that, you know? But yeah, oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for the hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. I know that is one thing I have to figure out with my stream setup too, is I have like multiple like chats going simultaneously in like different tabs. So I have to like remember like, oh wait, let me go check. But you guys are so sweet. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I really, really love that song too. It is a gorgeous song. Is it a jazz standard? Probably. I'm not going to look up that one. I would, but no, not right now. Okay. What other one should we do? I definitely want to do a couple more. Probably old-timey ones, right? Keep that jazz standard vibe going. Ooh, we could do Unforgettable. That is a really good one. Let's see if I have the key for that one. Hold on. What is that one by? Nat King Cole. Yep, another good Nat King Cole song, of course. Honestly, all his music is great. I think somebody earlier said Christmas music, and I think that was when we were talking about Christmas music. But yeah, if you have not heard, or you think you don't know Nat King Cole as an artist, you definitely know him, for sure. He's done some pretty iconic Christmas albums and songs that are pretty much played on every radio station that plays Christmas music every year. So, okay, we'll do this one. Ooh, the screen is bright. Okay, let's do Unforgettable by Nat King Cole. This one might be super loud. Let's see. There's a couple styles of this song I prefer too, so yeah, this one's okay. Okay. Here's Unforgettable. Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, through near or far, like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you's done things to me never before. Has someone been more unforgettable in every way, and forevermore, that's how you stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. Oh my gosh. I had a cough so bad during that. I should have had water before that. Hold on. Okay. Conveniently, this song does have a super long instrumental. To my benefits. But yeah, this one is definitely one of his more earlier pieces. I saw somebody ask me that earlier. At least I'm pretty sure Unforgettable. At least also it's one of his more well-known songs as well. So in the jazz community. Okay, here we go. Unforgettable in every way, and forevermore, that's how you stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. Okay, there we go. That was Unforgettable by Nat King Cole. How are we doing on time? We're doing good. Okay, we have time for probably like one or two more songs. So let me go through one more time and just see the requests. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I know. I really love some good jazz standards for sure. Ooh, wait. That's a really good one. Hold on. I just saw that came through. Wait. Let me see if I can actually find that one. Oh, that's a really pretty song. Okay. I think I actually might have... That is a good one. I think I might actually have that. Hold on. Okay. So I wouldn't classify, I don't know if I'd classify it. No, I wouldn't classify it as a jazz standard, but it is a sad song. It is a really sad song. And we've been kind of in that mellow mood anyway, so it's a perfect transition. I know. I did say we're like going to only stick to 1920s, but it's a good song. And somebody recommended it, and I have to. Okay. Let's go and do a Leve song, of course. And let's do Let You Break My Heart Again by Leve. I love this song. I probably sing this one too much, to be frank. Okay. But, okay. Here we go. Let me get some water real quick before we start. It's toward the end and she's starting to feel tired. Okay. Here we go. Let's do Let You Break My Heart Again by Leve. Okay. I think this one's going to be pretty loud too, just because a lot of times if I do something that has strings in it, it tends to be like super loud. Yeah, turn it down just a little bit. Okay, here we go. Feeling kind of sick tonight. All I've had is coffee and leftover pie. It's no wonder why. Still you take up on my mind. I don't even think that you care like I do. I should stop. Heaven knows I've tried. I'll stop falling in love with you. Someday, someone will like me like I like you. Until then I'll drink my coffee, eat my pie, pretend that we are more than friends. Then of course I'll let you break my heart again. I'm just trying to understand what I am to you, more than songs we've exchanged, midnight calls, sunset views. Promise I don't mean to cry, but I get overwhelmed and confused. If only you knew what I felt like. One day I will stop falling in love with you. Someday, someone will like me like I like you. And then I'll drink my coffee, eat my pie, pretend that we are more than friends. Then of course I'll stop falling in love with you. Until I do, I'll be thinking of you and let you break my heart again. There we go. Okay, that was Let You Break My Heart Again by Levy. I know that was a super, super sad song, and it wasn't a jazz standard, but I want to include it for tonight because I saw somebody recommended it, and I just had to because it's a really, really good one. I really do love singing Levy's kind of more like solemn toned ones. I don't know. I feel like as an artist myself, I'm just like, I lean more toward vocalizing with tones that kind of match, if that makes sense. So I don't know. Anywho, let's go ahead and we have time for one more. We can do one more song. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we have time for one more song for tonight, and then we shall mosey on our way for this evening. But let's see, what shall we do for our last finale? What should it be our last finale? Should it be another Levy? I feel like it should. I feel like it should be another Levy. Let me see if I can find Promise. I do love singing Promise on this channel. That is definitely true. Okay. If I can't find it, we'll do a different one, but I'd really like to do Promise, which was actually used in the Olympics this year. Was it this year? My gosh, has it already been more than a year? Since the Olympics, has it? I don't think so. I think it was this year. But yeah, they used it in, it was like an ice skating performance. It was the background for one of the people competing. Let's see. One of the Olympians. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I really want to do it because it's a nice one. And it would be perfect to pair with that song too anyway. Okay, I found it. Yay. Okay. I was kind of thinking maybe not. Like maybe should we do the Cinderella one instead? Should we? Hold on. Ooh, you know what? We should. Okay. We won't do Promise tonight. You love that song. I know. Okay, but let's do the Cinderella ones though tonight, because I really wanted to do those on my list last week and we didn't get to it, so this would work for this week. And they're a little shorter and a little happier vibe, so we'll change up the vibe a little bit, make it a little bit happier, right, before we end stream. Okay. Don't want to end stream on a sad note. A pretty sad note, but a sad note nevertheless. Okay. Let's go ahead and do So This Is Love, and then we'll do A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes. And then I'll talk about, I'll save that for in a minute. Okay, here we go. So here is So This Is Love from Cinderella, and at some point, I think it'd be fun to do kind of like old-timey Disney-esque songs and Disney songs. I don't know if there's enough Disney songs to do like a whole Disney concert of like older songs. Maybe there is if I like repeat stuff, but I don't know. We can kind of like categorize a bunch of different songs into like a Disney concert, right? Old-timey Disney. Okay, here we go. Let's do So This Is Love. And then we'll do A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes. Here we go. Oh, also this one, it's like starts really fast, so I might have to back it up. We'll see if I catch it in time. Also the volume might be a thing. Let's see. So this is love. So this is love. So this is what makes life divine. I'm all aglow, and now I know the key to all heaven is mine. My heart has wings, and I can fly. I'll touch every star in the sky. So this This is the miracle that I've been dreaming of. So this is love. There we go. That was So This Is Love from Cinderella. And let's go ahead and pair it with what we usually pair it with, which is A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes. I don't know. I started doing that at some point in my streams where I always pair these two songs together, and I just don't not do that now. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, right here. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and do A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the 5. What was that? Hold on. Oh my gosh, what was your name? I saw it 2 seconds ago. Erica, thank you so much for the 5. Very sweet. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. What was I doing? A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes. There we go. Okay. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartaches. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Ooh, you can tell my voice is tired. That's okay. All right, here we go. Here is A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes. Hello? Okay. There we go. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartaches. Whatever you wish for, you keep. Have faith in your dreams, and someday your rainbow will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true. Okay, there we go. That was A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes from Cinderella. That was a great song. Gorgeous song. Okay, the thing I wanted to mention before I let you guys go. We have a couple originals coming out super soon. I'm excited to be sharing with y'all some of the songs that we have cooked up. I am excited. This year we have a bunch of different albums coming out, which is going to be great. And at some point, so this is what I wanted to mention. At some point, I'm going to be doing community polls, and I think it'd be a lot of fun to invite some people to kind of come in and do like lyrics and that sort of thing. I don't know. I thought that would be kind of fun to have like an album where it's more of like a co-op sort of deal with like lyrics or instrument ideas. I've seen a couple other artists do that before, and I thought it was fun. So I think we're going to be doing that at some point this year. I don't know how soon. I want a couple more songs to come out before I start tackling that. You know what I mean? Just to have like a schedule and stuff coming out and all that fun stuff. But, oh, that's crazy. Look. So behind me is a green screen, if you guys don't know. This pen is ruining the illusion. Okay, anyway. Yeah, wow, that's obvious. Oh my gosh, it disappears. Crazy. Anyway. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that at some point, and that'll be fun. But I don't know when. But I want to figure out polls and that sort of thing. And I think it'd be fun to produce a couple really cool songs that way. But that is all that I have for this weekend. I hope you guys had a wonderful 4th of July weekend with your families, seeing fireworks, barbecues, the whole nine. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. And I will be seeing you guys again next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys have been lovely. Nice to talk to you guys and nice to hang out with y'all this wonderful evening. And I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.